KD. As women, there's rules we need to stand by. Stand for something to fall for anything.
Look, never let a nigga fuck you over more than once. Anybody owe you bread, do not accept the crumbs. Remember, you can never tell these bitches everything. Today she call you sis, tomorrow she your enemy. Money to the side, don't let no nigga leave you dry. Stand no business, if they say it's up, you better ride. Keep the family first, put that in front of everything. Bet that on yourself if you gon' roll the dice on anything. Any points to be made, don't be scared to prove it. And you better look fucking good when you rules on how to move out here, you know this shit get ugly. I had a bitch do me the dirtiest, but claim to love me. I went through hella shit and back to be kicked up and comfy. You see how hard I grind, little bitch, don't never call me lover. You fuck a nigga good enough and
What's up? Hey, you guys. Welcome back. I know we were going to be here yesterday, but we had a detour. So we are here tonight, okay? And what are we talking about? The Wood. Let's start there. One of America's classics. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I know this is one of my favorite movies as well. Let's see. What's up? This is Benji.
Hello?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
How you doing? Welcome to Talking with Brig. Not much. So
hey, I was wondering. I was subscribed to you, but I didn't have the notification thing was on. That's why I wasn't here last time. So my bad.
Oh,
I finally
no
did it now.
It's
So
all love.
make sure I get some reminders. But yeah, for sure.
No, it's all love. You know, I appreciate you. I appreciate all the support everybody give me, because you don't have to do it. But we're talking about. I know you got to know The Wood, right? I know The Wood is one of your movies. It better be.
It is. You know, that nigga tow truck. I hope you don't find us right now. I do, but I don't. But he always talk about us being like The Wood, like, you know what I'm saying? How we was all from different places, kind of, sort of like whatever, and was, you know what I'm saying? And crazy shit. We used to get pizza like that. The whole shit. That shit was a lot of that movie was kind of like us though. So I be laughing at that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? A lot. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah.
Okay. So I was rewatching it. First of all, let me say what's up to the chat. I see Naomi. I see AR. I see Jess. Thank you guys for coming and spending time with me. But so when you think about The Wood, you say you think about you and your friend group, right?
Yeah.
Getting in trouble, doing stuff y'all ain't supposed to do. Being perverts.
Always.
Okay, that's the fellas.
No, not really perverts though. We weren't perverts. We weren't perverts. No.
Okay, so you wasn't walking around like Mike. Big Mike. You wasn't walking around like Big Mike.
No. I'm not from North Carolina. No.
So I was looking at it and I was rewatching it and I started laughing because I was like, you know what? I think all of us who's been in school, who's had these different experiences that we can relate. It's that awkward stage, that high school awkward stage where you don't know, you don't really know where you're gonna be, and then you get to see from the high school awkward stage. Now they're adults, and then them just going through memory lane because what happened? We still got Roland fucking up. Like it's like where we start here. He's supposed to be getting married. He's supposed to be doing all this. This fool is missing. MIA. And then but I love the fact how I show like everybody was able to evolve with the friendships, even with the females that were the girls they were liking in school and everything, and how they were able to become more. But
yeah, right. Yeah, I got you. You know, I don't know the way my high school is, like the way that people was, I guess, in that era, I would say, of that, at that age, whatever. like damn near I could hit up all the motherfuckers from my class. You know what I'm saying? From my class and probably 2 years under my class, and then probably like 4 years under my class, and like 3 or 4 years over my class. You know what I'm saying? And like still to this day, like if we seen each other, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, look at this, like we all, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Right. I think we all can relate, and I just start thinking about like, dang, you know how long it's been since I've been in school. So now I start laughing because I'm like, I remember watching this, and now like I definitely graduated in 2004. Okay, it's definitely been 21 years. So yeah, so it's I'm getting up there. I never thought this would be the day that I'll be like talking about this and reminiscing. Huh?
99 for me.
Oh yeah. Oh, you was 99, 2000. So you was 99. So you was at the cusp where they was talking about the Y2K, where we thought the world was gonna end.
Yeah, we was
waiting for the world to end, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Doing stupid shit.
Now let's talk about the last of the 1999. Oh, let's talk about it, D-Chef. Let's talk about it. Now. You better come up here, D-Chef, because you was definitely one of the ones that said, I want to talk about the wood. So I'm expecting you to click the link. Thank you very much. That's pinned at the top. And come talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because, sir, you were definitely one of the ones that wanted to see it. I'll wait. Oh, now I'll give you a second. I'll give you a second. But yeah, I was when I watched the movie, I was laughing. I was thinking about the awkward stages of moving out, moving to a new school and moving to a new state. And you know, I've done that. I experienced that. And I experienced it when I was younger, and then I experienced again when I was going in 8th grade, where I left. I went to 8th grade half a year in California, and then we moved to Vegas. So having that awkward stage, because now 8th grade, everybody pretty much got their friend group. Everybody pretty much got so I can definitely relate to Mike when it came to kind of like culture shock, because Vegas is definitely different than California, even though people feel like, oh, it's so close. When it comes to schools, and Vegas is so transit that it's like one of those things that you're gonna get all kind of people. What I just did? What the hell did I do? Oh, I did it. My bad. That was me. I knew it. Oh, my bad. I guess. I got OSOD. Hey, OSOD.
Hey, Britannia.
Britannia.
I watched the whole movie for you today, friend.
I definitely know you did, because you was like, girl, I gotta do my homework. So I appreciate for everybody that went back and watched it. Hey, K-Riz, everybody that went back and watched it, like, I appreciate you guys coming back and watching it just so we can talk about it and have this great dialogue. But we're gonna start from the beginning. We're gonna start now, fellas, Benji and the fellas in the chat.
I didn't watch it, but I know it. So I didn't watch it, but I know it. So just, you know what I'm saying.
Salute, boss close. I want to talk about the beginning and his first introduction to the fellas. And the next thing you know, he's in class. And he has to go up there after he saw, hey, Nietzsche, after he saw Alicia.
And he got a hard on.
Listen, fellas, I need to know what was going on. How did this happen? How?
All right, look. We see a female, right?
Right.
And we be young and shit. We young. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, it's age appropriate, right? She was our age. We were about saying, okay, so nigga, we looking at y'all, nigga, and you know, our shit just rise up, right? Especially that young nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you see a dog, little pink thing coming out, that'd be us, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, I was trying to figure out, I said he was trying to talk to himself. He was like, think about baseball, first base, second base. I would love to go to third base. So Alicia, I started laughing.
He was making it worse.
Huh?
He was making it worse. Like
Yeah,
every thought he had.
He was so stressed out.
yeah,
He was
fact.
just like, first base, baseball. Think about baseball. First base, second base. I love to go third base with Alicia. I started dying. I said, that ain't gonna make it no better. And
Yeah,
now
when
he
he
in front
said
of the
that
class.
shit, I was like,
He in
wow,
front of the class.
fucked up.
This him in front of the class.
Hey, at the age was it's there, it's there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah.
how do y'all eventually learn how to control it? Because it made it seem like he ain't had no control.
At 14 years old, you have no control.
What
What
you
do you mean?
mean?
There ain't no control.
How you
No,
don't
what
have
you mean?
control?
It ain't no damn control. You just
So you
gotta
think
make
about
sure
a pretty
you
girl
keep
and
your
just hit it?
mind right. Hell
Hey, boss
no, it
lady.
ain't like that.
That's what happened in the movie. He couldn't stop thinking about her.
Because he kept thinking about it. So yeah, of course.
Yeah, well,
Now they dance, they slow
yeah,
dancing at the dance.
yeah.
And
That
then
made
next thing you know, he
that
was
was
pushing
worse.
away.
This how we
That was
did
just
North Carolina.
North Carolina, right?
yeah, this how we
This how
dance.
they do in North Carolina. She said, well, this how we do in Inglewood.
Hey,
Listen,
Trying
hey,
to for a
yeah,
show she wasn't ready for.
and then when
hey,
she jumped back, it was like one of those things where she was like, oh my God, how did I end up
That's
here?
why you
That
push back.
it was
But
so
okay.
funny.
Then she was like, okay, let's go outside.
But listen, you know what I appreciate? Listen, even though I appreciate I had older brothers. So I relate to Alicia with the older brother that's crazy. Cause I definitely got that in my life. But when the brother beat him up, like when
Little
the
nigga
brother
got hard though.
he got hard though. He got hard though. But when they went to before the dance, they went to the liquor store. And it was just one of those things that I couldn't stop laughing because he was so green. You could tell he wasn't from the area. You could tell he didn't know nothing about it. Because he was like, they go to school. He was like, Stacy, blowing up the spot. Blowing up the spot. He like,
and
don't
the,
say my name. I'm like,
and to
damn it.
find out they went in there for cigars. Like that's the whole reason they robbed the store was to get the cigars, and Blue forgot them. Blue
Listen,
forgot the cigars.
I was done with Blue.
He was a whole coward though.
When the police came and Blue was over there like, I don't want to go. And you know, it's a lot of these YouTube niggas that's like that. Let's start there.
Oh,
hey, I'm glad
That's K Riz. That's the question. That's it right there.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
When they asked that nigga, was he cousin blood?
Cuz what?
Girl ass nigga, and luckily her brother, she didn't have a brother, nothing like that, but she was a pretty tough chick though. But she chased my ass down, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It just like, you know what I'm saying, hit me and shit. But yeah, I did that. I did do that though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Salute ATX.
Some girls like that shit.
Salute Lil Travis. Oh, Lil Travis, you've been coming lately. You've been on your best behavior. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Salute everybody in the
K
chat.
Riz. Listen, Stacy knew what's up. And then it was so funny towards the like when they were going to the dance they had, he was like, no, you stay real quick. He was stressed out. But when his brother was like, well, you see, you like her. Well, her look, when he gave him the whole game and the whole play, and because he respected him and he respected his heart and how they handled the situation, he threw him an alley-oop.
well, that's because he wasn't scared to fight him. He did. He did swing the first lick. Stacey was looking like, I know this little nigga didn't swing.
It was
that's
the
why he
fight, and then how they handled it when they got pulled over.
Yeah, he
That's
kept
what
them
really
from getting
did
locked
right
up.
there.
Yeah.
That nigga sneeze, nigga.
But seeing that, it was so funny because just being able to resonate with that older brother that's like, yo, I don't know what you got. Listen, I definitely utilize my older brother. Thank you very much. I'm definitely having my brother come up to the school, knocking niggas out because I don't fight no man. And so I go home and I get my mama all worked up and she'll tell my brother, you ain't going to school tomorrow. You taking her to school. And what happened? He coming up to the school with me, and next thing you know, he knocking niggas out. And I remember one time I had an incident where this guy kept on messing with me, and I don't know why he was messing with me. I don't know. I never talked to this boy, but he just kept on messing with me. Hey, you
Nigga
guys.
liked you.
And what happened was I was on the bus and he just kept on fucking with me, and it was like an everyday thing. So I tell my mom, I'm like, I don't know what to do. He keeps on bothering me. Look, I even went to go tell on him, but the nigga don't care. Like he's like, fuck it. So then my mom was like, yeah. And one day I went home and I was crying. I just can't take it no more. She said, oh yeah. She woke my brother up the next morning. Get your ass up. You taking her to school. You taking her to school. And what we gonna do?
Yeah. Oh, she did.
My brother said, if I take her to school, I'm not gonna nigga out. My mama said, do what you gotta do. So now I'm catching the public. So I caught we in Cali. So you catching the public bus to school. There ain't no buses. So my brother he was like, I said, that's him. So my brother moved his seat and he was like, flick that nigga off. And I'm like, oh, like what? He's like, you guys can hear elevator music? Y'all can hear music?
No,
that's just in your head.
Oh, I'm sorry, JR.
Man, that nigga backstage. Oh,
yeah, man. I be listening to old bullshit elevator music back and shit, man. I'm out of this shit.
That's funny to the motherfucker right there.
So my brother like flick him off. So I'm like, okay, so I'm on a bus like. And then he was like, he started talking shit. And my brother said, that's what I wanted. And we was getting out the bus and I was walking and he started walking. And he was like, yeah, he turned around, he started talking shit and everything. And next thing you know, my brother just ran up on him and says, you fucking with my sister? And I remember like my brother just started bink, bink, bink. His friends was over there like, we don't want no problems. Yeah. Next thing you know, he had to go back up to school because then he tried to get some girls while my brother was leaving to come jump on me. And I screamed and my brother came to the school and knocked his ass out. That was good stories. I
don't think he liked you no more after that, Brie.
Yeah, I didn't care because don't be bullying me and harassing me. Okay, so Boss Claw said, let's see. Let me go back to it. He said my Andre played the hell out that role. No, definitely did. He was funny as fuck. Let's see. He said, I'm gonna try to get him back on and Dwayne Finley so that y'all can question him about his role. That should be cool.
Yeah, that'd be
cool, boss. That'd be cool.
Britt, that's when I knew I was toxic because I definitely had a crush on Stacey, Jerry Curl and all.
Listen, Stacey, now listen, I couldn't tell nobody in my house that I thought Stacey was cute because Stacey was blood. You know what I'm saying?
He was a fake blood. He wasn't a real blood.
But I couldn't say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't say it. You gotta, it's one of those things you can't like blood. You can't like them. So it's kind of like, I was just like, oh, he's cute.
I definitely would have been Mike because, baby, this is light blue. It's not dark blue.
Oh, yeah, I love Antoine Tanner. Antoine Tanner was funny. That's the one that was the blue crazy ass crying up in the car. But when I was looking at the movie and then I started laughing and I was like, you know what? The fellas are always like that. The fellas are always like that.
Like
the fellas are always in situations. It doesn't matter if y'all young or old. As y'all get older and y'all really have y'all friends, y'all. Yeah, I can't like no fake bloods, K-Riz. It wasn't gonna happen. My brother would have been going on.
Girls be wild as fuck.
Huh?
You girls be wild as fuck.
No, but I'm looking at the friend group of the guys, right? And it's so funny because they knew something wasn't right. They knew that this nigga, like, they knew he was about to fuck up, so they was nervous, stressed out. Then he beeped them. He paged them. Come on now. He don't even drink, he get drunk. Mm-hmm. Why you even propose?
Slim, that was my boy. That boy, Slim was a fool.
It would make sense you would relate to Slim JR.
That's my boy. That's Slim. Slim was stupid. Slim will speak his mind.
Slim was upset that he fucked up his car, his brand new car.
It was like 2 weeks old.
Slim was ready to
fight. I would have crashed out though. You know how fire Lincoln Navigators was back then, and his was brand new. And my boy too. But I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of Slim fault because they kept saying, "Hey, pull over. Ro don't look too good. Ro look kind of sick." Nah, I'm taking him straight the way I want to take him. Now you want to beat his ass? It's really low key your fault, big dog, because you could have pulled over.
Listen, they go take. She really had them take a shower outside with the water hose. Disrespectful. Then she got them wearing her
That shit was funny.
listen, got her wearing her niggas outfits over there looking like they had.
That
Windbreakers.
smell,
Looking like
that
that.
smell was horrible.
Oh my God! And when they went to the cleaners, them cleaners had to definitely
In
make
the
a.
bins and shit. They just found some clothes out of
They
there.
was Ferragamos. I ain't even know Ferragamos was popping like that back then. He said, "Oh my
Yeah.
Ferragamos."
See,
Oh yeah,
all
your
this stuff,
gaiters
all this stuff
now,
ain't
yeah.
nothing but all this stuff ain't nothing but a rerun, man. All that stuff was way back in the game. People just weren't paying attention to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was one of those. It's one of those classic movies where it's so relatable because it's just we don't grow up like if you really go through the guy chat or the girl chat of like your friends that you didn't have for a long time, nigga, them chats don't go through ours. Okay, if you go through my girl chat, it's a wrap. Like
What y'all got in y'all chat, Britt?
I listen in my chat with the home girls. It's stuff we ain't supposed to have. We definitely got dick pics. We definitely talking about
Oh
niggas. We
Lord.
definitely acting up.
You wanted to know, nigga.
Wow.
Our group chat don't look no different than y'all. Chill out,
Yeah,
JR.
y'all over there
You
talking
wanted
about
to
the
know.
big booty bitches. Listen, we know what it is. Now, don't let her send a
Some
badass
Ferragamo.
picture. Now,
Yeah,
you may
thank
not be
you.
showing
Y'all
the
be
Hey,
talking about the hoes. We be talking about the hoes
most,
too. It's
most
cool.
solid niggas don't talk about bitches like that with each other on some like freaky shit like
Yeah.
that.
No, but if you see a bad bitch or a bad bitch send you a thing and it's not your bitch, now let's start there. If it's not your bitch or somebody you dealing with,
I don't know anything about that, Britt.
I know. Close your ears, friend. Close your ears,
So
friend.
he is a strong black faithful man. He don't know
Right,
nothing
right,
about
right.
Me
Because
too.
black men don't cheat.
We don't.
Yeah, we don't. We sure don't.
Oh no,
I don't even
JR,
feel like
but JR, you
gaslighting
gotta be
y'all
in a
tonight.
relationship to cheat. You ain't in one.
Oh, all right.
Don't make this about
Oh,
my
damn.
brother. We not focused on him tonight. We
Oh,
cook him on another
I
night.
just was making sure that he knew that because he said he don't cheat, and I said, well, you don't have to worry about that because you ain't in no
Look,
relationship.
my brother say the spotlight is not on him tonight. It's not on him.
It's okay.
nah,
It's
real
okay.
shit
It's
though.
okay.
I think the most significant thing about that movie was the time.
Yes.
That's something that I can actually relate to those years. So it's like, yeah, them times was
Yeah.
they was the motherfucker, especially out there in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, my
sound
niggas
just now. Him walking into a Domino's tournament. Tell him to click the video so he can just hear us talk about it. We ain't gonna talk too bad about him crying in the car though. We ain't gonna talk too bad about him.
Hey, we used to share the pizzas too. That was so cold. You know what I'm saying? Me and my niggas, we used to do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy.
It was just, but like you said, it was relatable, D-Shep. It was one of those movies that like when you got there, it took you back to your childhood. It took you back to that moment where it was just like, yo, I remember we used to have a good time in high school. We used to do this, we used to do that. And it's just, you know what I appreciated about it? I appreciated the friendship.
Brittany, you like me? Do you think I'm sexy?
You like this? You like this?
Oh my God! It took me a second to realize what he was doing. I'm not doing this with you tonight, baby. Go
Look, he
ahead,
was
man.
his mama. She just couldn't stop laughing. She just like, but you know, she was a typical boy.
When she said he was doing the freak with the money, I say not the
Yes,
freak.
she was definitely a boy mom, and you know I appreciated that because she was like she wasn't like, oh my God, boy, what you doing? She just sat down and eventually she like, okay, so who is she? Because you ain't doing all this crazy stuff for nobody. This is for somebody. But it.
Yeah, mom's gonna know. Mom's gonna know.
Oh, facts. They lied about Mike going in for.
And he right with the condom on. Nah.
He didn't know what he over there lying. Why y'all do that? Why did y'all do that when y'all was younger? Like, yeah, I did it. Yeah, I know. I'm not no virgin.
I didn't lie.
Shit, I didn't. I ain't lie. My first piece of pussy, I told her, I said, man, it's my first time.
No, I was doing the shit I wasn't supposed to be doing.
Everybody was fucking in our circle shit.
What? So like
we was
y'all,
passing girls
how
around,
old were
nigga.
you guys? How old were you guys when you guys?
14, 15 years old.
Okay.
I was 16. Me.
Okay. Shell.
Yeah, I played the fifth.
No, you can't plead the fifth, nigga.
Motherfuckers
missus
look
ain't
at it
here.
like, you know, like on some I had babysitters. I'm knocked down any babysitter as
The babysitter.
yeah.
Look, this one.
Well, I
Listen, I
couldn't have no babysitter.
I gotta get this mic working because the
If we done had a babysitter,
babysitter, like,
my big brother probably been knocking her down. Shit.
what?
Yeah.
Okay, K.
If we would have had one.
Okay, D, what you talk about? How old was you
What?
when you lost your virginity?
16.
Okay, I guess I'm the only one that was grown. That's because I had wardens
I'm
as
appalled.
brothers. Let's start there. Wasn't scared of my mama. Definitely was not. Definitely was scared of my brothers. Okay,
I was
did not want
saying, yeah,
nothing
bro.
going back to them. And I definitely was 21. Definitely.
Now you waited till you made 21 to get you some ding-a-ling?
Yep, got some dingling. Then the next person I got dingling from, I was married to.
Shit, when I made 21, I already had my first fucking kid.
Yeah,
Shit,
no.
working on
But
number
listen,
2.
the crazy thing is, I lost my virginity. I was dating my ex-husband, and then we got married. I got pregnant. Everything kind of happened quick with him, and then shit. Before you know it, it was like 10 years.
2 kids later.
Yeah,
Shit,
fuck it.
I ain't gonna lie. When I got my version broke, that was all she wrote. I ain't been right since.
No, so
I ain't been right since.
how does that work for the fellas? How do you get your virgin, bro?
I ain't been right since.
Not
Nigga said
I
he
ain't
was
been right
scared.
since. So K. Reed
Real.
said he took sex education and was scared. He was scared. Austin said
They do scare you when they tell you about everything you go get that you can't wash off. I can
no
understand.
facts.
And nigga don't even pay attention to none of that shit. They learned that sex education. Niggas still going that shit raw.
No, for real. Austin said my first black coochie, I was 17, she was 41. My first young black girl, I was 24, she was 22. I can't stand him.
Oh Lord.
So is it a difference?
See, before I moved to
What?
California,
Baby, you was taking advantage of. That wasn't that baby, you was grown.
So then
See,
you
that's why I kept mine to myself. But that response right there.
Now, Dan Yeezy, I ain't gonna lie. The person I calculated me losing my virginity. I wanted to lose my virginity to somebody that I was not in love with, because I saw a lot of my friends and a lot of these girls get their feelings hurt going crazy because they thinking these niggas love them and they losing their virginity. I said, you ain't gonna catch me up, nigga. And so what happened? Like, I like having sex, but I know how to separate it. I don't make sex and love one, like, combined. Like, you still gotta make me feel like I want to be with you by your actions and your, conversation and stuff. But yeah, no. So Dan Easy said it wasn't even worth it. Nitra Prue said she was 17. Dan Easy said she was pissed off. K. Riz said Austin, Texas was definitely groomed. And he said, so I'm just saying, it was a lot going on out there. It was a lot going on with all of that. But in that movie, it really showed I appreciate it. It showed every step of it. It showed the step of the nervousness, the liking the girl, not understanding how to control his thing from getting hard, how not trying to build his friendships, trying to do all this stuff while liking girls, then also trying to figure out, now it's time for me to lose my virginity.
Yes, you were groomed. Yes, you were groomed, Austin. You were groomed. If it was the other way around, we would say she was groomed. You was groomed. Now, I ain't saying you didn't like it.
Y'all think he was a weirdo.
Huh?
I still remember the girl who broke my
Y'all
virginity.
think he was a weirdo.
I remember her name. I ain't gonna forget her.
You said
I
you still
can't get rid of my first.
That took your virginity?
Yeah, I remember Crystal Richardson. I ain't gonna never forget that name.
Oh shit! Was
Oh my
Crystal bad?
God! Not you said the girl government name down to the YouTube.
Oh name.
Was she
Crystal
bad? Was she cute?
Richardson.
Was she from New Orleans?
Yeah.
Cause she
Who
cause
say
she's
it
a
again,
whole
Britt?
canal.
Where she from, Britt?
New
Say it again.
Orleans.
Oh, okay, I just wanted to hear you mess it
Cause
up
a whole
again.
canal. A whole
Stop
canal.
it, Britt. That is
Man,
A whole
stop,
cut
man.
into her.
And how she got me, she be wearing them little bitty skirts to school, them little uniform skirts, showing them little nice little legs. I'm like, God damn. Ooh, I got to have her.
Lord. He gets on my nerves.
girl got
So
to have everybody, baby.
K
You
Red
just
said
can't
his
care for her.
first was
Give him a break.
34 and he was 18. That's weird. What's up with that?
Man, it be a lot of men who be having them old women, all them perverted old women touching them boys, but moving right along.
See, now you turn around and flip that around. You weird, but then now you know you getting groomed. You got an old
Yeah,
kid, you like
the
that.
age is the age. I don't care about the gender. It is what it is to me.
Well, you think about when we was in school, in high school, I had a homegirl, she had a grown man picking her up. Grown
Man, you know, I ain't lie. You know, I used to hate that shit. I'm like, man, you old
Yeah,
ass
we had
niggas
them
come
old
around
ass
and
niggas. Yeah, I had them old ass niggas coming out of school, man.
One of them old bros, man. I'm trying to get all the young girls. Fuck, go ahead, nigga. I'm in school with them. Get the fuck on, nigga.
Because they let you know exactly what they had going on if they were trying to get the young girls. The older women knew. I'm good. But I ain't gonna lie. My first, I was 16. He was 22. So sound about right.
The bitch ass nigga to make me mad. You see them niggas in front of the school waiting. Like, man, when you come
Not in
out?
front
For
of
real, and it was always dope dealing niggas. So they pulling up in the
pulling
motherfucking
up in a night,
BMWs and
nice
shit.
car.
And I'm trying to see what girl he coming to get. As soon as he, I'm like, damn,
That's
I'm
my
trying to get on my
favorite.
motherfucking self. This nigga got me.
He got beat in the back. He got money in his pocket. He coming out with the flyest outfit, taking y'all little girls up out the school.
And he got all the girls that the people in the school wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't quite gotten into my robbing days, so I couldn't really get them like I wanted to. But I got now. Stop.
Yeah, like why he pick her? Why he?
Yeah, why he could get somebody else? I wanted her. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like old grown ass nigga, we gotta these niggas be man. Could took your why they come to the high school. We got a whole goddamn university there, 3 or 4 universities there, and they bring they motherfucking mark asses to the high school. That
Come on, Mark.
damn weird.
Well, because you know how that goes. Most of the time, the college girls, they either focus on
Man, their college bras was just goddamn freaky. We in high school, we was going to the motherfucking college parties. There wasn't no goddamn difference.
If he ain't had nothing going on.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably could have expanded their operations if they took their ass to the college.
Not expanded their operations. I'm just saying.
The operation was expanded. Got it.
They should have me in high school. Nobody smoking no motherfucking crack in my school that I knew of.
Now, in the movie, what was your favorite part of the movie?
What?
I don't really got a favorite part.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say when just that one little scene when they walked outside after the dance and he was there and he gave him the head nod. That was like
listen. I don't know what it was, but that just made me smile. Like every time I see that part, I just smile because it was like the brother, like But you know what? I really felt like Stacey realized that he was a good kid because it wasn't like he was like,
that was like the biggest sign of respect, though.
Yeah.
But Stacey really had got start giving them respect when the police stopped there and the police about to find that gun and they went to coffin. Somebody did something.
Listen, we're gonna call. Talk about it. So,
meanwhile, somebody that got jumped in was crying. Yeah, I don't blame him.
That's crazy. I didn't know too many girls in high school that was on virgins because I'm seeing a lot of virgins in high school in these numbers. That's crazy.
No, I had 3 of them.
Yeah, it was a lot of us. It was a lot. No, but you know what? I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people thought I wasn't just because I've always been Brit. So I've always been very vocal about stuff. I'm that one. The niggas be like, "Yeah, I got a big dick." I say, "Well, show me."
Oh my
God! A lot of them was on that T shit though, just talking shit. You know what I mean?
That was me. Listen, I was making them feel like they was gonna get it. I made them feel like I liked them in real life.
Hey, look, girls was bringing their babies to school and having them in class and shit.
What kind of school
That
you
was
went
like
to?
the
What?
biggest deal when they started having like schools with daycares. Like the Bible Belt don't be playing. Well, they tried
No,
they let
Man,
time,
that
but
shit
man,
didn't
they
lie.
tripping.
They wouldn't have rolled
It was
too
just
hard down
they had
south.
babies. They had babies by popular niggas and shit in school. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like, these niggas that's destined for NFL, NBA type of niggas. So you know what I'm saying, like, even though they regular hood niggas, but yeah, and they having
And
babies and
some
shit
of
on
them
my
turned out to be duds. Can you imagine that? Thinking you finna have a baby and get you a meal ticket, and that motherfucker a bum.
That's what
And
happened.
that nigga ended up
mean
with
like
numbers.
Rick?
He ended up with goddamn football numbers, all right.
Lit like bum. But let me tell you, I had a friend, right? And she was dealing with a guy. She really thought he was about to be pro. She thought he was gonna be all of that. And dude didn't do nothing. He kept on selling her dreams. Oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Can you imagine thinking you really just hit a lick and you really the laughing stock?
Right. That's why respectfully, don't try to hit the leak. Yeah, get your own bed, big dog.
Mm-hmm.
But see now also during that era, during that time, a lot of cats that was, projected to go here, there, and third, that dope hit.
Hey
They
Sam,
got fucked
thank
off.
you.
Your
That was
sound
a
kind
dope
of
era.
off, Rick, is what he's saying.
That was a dope era.
It was. Think
A
about
lot of
Ricky
motherfuckers got
and
hooked on crack.
Boys in the Hood.
Yeah. Look, it's the Jerry curls for me. Let's start there. It was the
See,
nigga
Brian,
top Jerry curls.
I had a curly top
I
when I
did
was
cut
young.
my curl off.
Now listen, my mom, like my brothers had curly top. They ain't never had no Jerry curl, but they used to have a little.
Yeah, I ain't never had no Jerry curl. I had a curly top though.
Oh yeah, curly top.
Had a little S curl at
uncle
the
used
top.
to airbrush, right? So my uncle owned this store in Vegas that he did all the airbrushing for the city. Like everybody was going to him for everything. Listen, when I say we had the best overalls up in that mud, okay, listen, with the names on it, nicknames, cartoon characters, we had everything up on there.
I went airbrush with the shit.
Man, listen, they couldn't mess with him. And you know
They need to
what's
bring
crazy?
airbrush. They need to bring that shit back.
Now they do got it still.
They
Like
are.
my uncle, he still he owns like a company like dealing with that kind of stuff still. But I saw him grinding. You know, I remember him telling me a story about when he was going to school and he said, "I'm gonna go to school I'm gonna pick graphic design." And everybody's like, "That's a girl job. You don't want to do that with her woo woo." Because that was back in the day. Shit, I watched my uncle make millions doing that, airbrushing, t-shirts, doing all kind of stuff. Hey, Jeezy, doing all that. It's crazy.
Look at bro.
Right.
What up,
Hey,
bro?
cartoon.
Hey, best friend.
What's happening? I didn't even know you was live. I'm sitting there surfing through YouTube, and I said, "Oh, wait a minute, that go to homegirl, man. See
You
what's
already
happening
know.
over here."
Yeah, look, because everybody don't know this is my client. This is my client.
What up with
Cartoon Guy Trey,
What's up, homie?
the original. You feel me?
You know I had to come support. Anytime I see you up there, I gotta come support.
You know I love you. You know I love you. You know we
That's
talking
real.
about the wood. You know we talking about the wood.
Yeah, I've been sitting there listening to it for a few minutes. I was listening to old boy when he said he used to get mad when them old fools come picking girl. Hey,
You must have one of them old niggas. Oh, I know.
He was one of them niggas.
Old niggas.
He was one of them niggas.
He one of them old niggas. He one of those niggas.
I was one of the ones used to get mad when them old fools come get a girl.
All right. We had put you in the old nigga up at the school category.
No. And then see, look, here it is. They pulling up in these big old pretty Cadillacs and stuff with these perms and all these old popping piffy do clothes. I'm out here gang banging. I'm trying to get the homies to pack them out because I'm mad at them.
But listen, you know what? I'm glad you came up here because you would know about like the wood, like that era of time, because you know what I'm saying, you was in LA. You was in LA during that time. And like he said, you blood or you cuz. You blood or you cuz. You know about all that.
Oh, and see,
cuz what?
Yeah, look, back during that time when the wood was made, you had maybe 2 Crip sets in Inglewood. So you know that was the red. You know the whole Inglewood at that time was the red light district.
Facts.
What does the red light district mean?
I mean, all
A
bloods.
Blood
lot of blood.
neighborhood.
Yeah, a
Oh,
lot of blood.
Yeah. So like you thinking about Long Beach, right? Long Beach is a Crip city.
Right.
We don't got no bloods there. It's always been Crips, and then you got the East Side Longos, the Mexican gangs, you got the Cambodian gangs. But when it came,
Damn Mexicans everywhere. Shit, you can't get rid of that.
it was just Crips in Long Beach.
Tell me about it, man. Tell me about it.
Them goddamn
Listen, they've
Mexicans
been
everywhere.
getting on them. They've been getting on them. And
Man,
now they
look, I've been on their head for the last week. They mad as I don't know what it be right now. And I'm not finna let up. I'm not, man, listen, I'm not finna have my young black people out there getting bit, shot at, and ran over, took to jail for some people who don't like us anyway.
Yep.
No, we ain't
All
doing
right,
none of that.
Tone, check it out though. How the fuck is you gonna call yourself one and not you over here illegally? You don't want to get deported, but you're walking around with a Mexican flag. Make that shit make sense.
Exactly.
But look how cold this is, though. When it's time to support black crimes and black stuff, they turn their back. They turn their back on us. They're not there to really go through the motion with us and be there. That ain't our problem. They don't hire us in their stores. They don't do none of that. Now you going through it. Now you want the black delegation to care. You want them to feel like, oh, okay, we got to help them. No, that is not our fight. And I'm big on that. I'm big on like, excuse me, my black people. I'm gonna need y'all to stand down. This is not our fight.
Yeah, I like fucking deport them all, me. And I like deport all the motherfuckers. Fuck, they ain't gonna shit.
And then here it is. They want us to get out there and help them. Do they not realize, man, we want y'all gone? Shoot.
The thing is that it's not an issue with you being here, but you got to be here legally, just like we have to be here legally. So the thing is that you can't feel like entitled. The problem is a lot of them feel entitled because of all the passes they had over these generations.
And they've been here so long.
They get in Cali, I ain't gonna lie, like, and I love Cali, but they get a lot of leeway when you send your kids to school and the school is not really teaching your kids anything, but they're putting that focus on the kids that English is a second
they're more accommodating to the second language than the first language.
Right. And so now it's like they getting all the little scholarships, they getting all these little programs help. But you know who don't get those same programs? I'm gonna put the white kids in it too. The black kids and the white kids, they don't get treated like that when they go to school.
Got it worse, actually.
Yeah. Now don't get it twisted. I like Gavin Newsom because Newsom is like, I feel like he's a fair governor, whatever. But I feel like when it comes to this, go get your paperwork. Get your paperwork straight, and then I don't think we should have no problem. But if your paperwork not straight, why are you fighting? Why are you coming and destroying and stuff? When these people were saying when they was getting interviewed that the Mexicans, the Hispanics built the America, come on now. Now you being disrespectful to the blacks.
They just, you know what?
They don't even care about the paperwork at this point. They just want to deport all of them. It don't matter if your paperwork right or not. They get you in them camps.
That nigga Trump getting rid of all that.
He don't care at this point.
See, look, Trump know what he doing. Trump and the other white dude, they have to sugarcoat it under the guise of gang members, sexual assault people and all them old criminals. They got to put it, but now we all know, man, they could care less about if you done a crime or not. If you from on the other side of that fence, you gotta
go. You gotta go.
Yeah. You got to go. Riz, it's definitely all immigration right now, but the problem is the ones that are giving everybody the hardest time are the Hispanics, because the Africans and the Asians that are getting deported, they're taking a lick and they leaving. You're not seeing them fighting. You're not seeing them destroying stuff. But the entitlement that they have, that's why we getting what we getting.
I mean, come over here and you know what I'm saying, let's say they get their bread, right? They bread don't even touch here. They send their shit straight back to Mexico. So it's like,
I went on a job site today, bro, and I looked around. I'm the only black dude out there. No fucking Mexican.
Right. Thank you.
God damn, like where the black people at? I know they don't mind doing this construction work. Shit.
Want to be paid?
I used to hit a site, a meat processing plant in Nebraska, just stayed away. They ran. It was like fucking shooting ducks, man, in a fucking barrel, man. They took 100 motherfuckers away. And I'm sitting there thinking, damn, if they was to ever hit this job site I'm on, shit, I know they'd have a fucking field day.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
But now it's certain jobs I don't see black people doing. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't
Yeah,
seeing
like they
black
taking them
people.
away.
They not
But
going to go pick no fruit. They
no,
not gonna go pick no vegetables. I'm not seeing them picking nothing. The picking is not coming for us. But I feel like nowadays there is enough equipment and technology that you can get people to come work there where they just not in the fields. Now it seems like a lot of farmers are need to have to go pay for those equipments and stop underpaying people because we not going out there to pick a motherfucking thing.
we ain't going to pick nothing. Now, if they
You-
want
No.
to,
That's too much like picking. That's too much like picking cotton. Hell no, we ain't gonna
if they
pick that
want
shit.
to, they can send them. They can send them back. But now they can leave a few here to go out there and work in them fields because us and them white folks ain't finna do it. They can do that all day long if they want to. I ain't got a problem because I ain't finna do none of that. They can stay here for that.
Now, honestly, I was working in Arizona. It's been about 10 years ago, but they have a bus that they bring them in from Mexico just to work and pick the fruit and all that shit, and then they stop at the store and then they take them back across the border.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. But the thing is that now that we're looking at this, now a lot of them I regret voting for him. Come on now. You guys, the man said what he wanted to do.
He been said from day one.
He ain't did. Well, people not trying to realize that man did not lie. He said he was going to get the immigrants out. So just because you believe in, if you vote for him, that he's not going to do it because you voted, that man said he was going to get you out.
And what they did, made a theme song. I will vote for Donald Trump. They made a theme song. So I love that song. That song, I love that song. I love that song. I play it all the time.
I will vote. They was serious. I will vote. Like, dog.
No. Brick, you got to do the part. Oh my God, I will vote. You made a remix. You said, oh my God, you gonna vote for Donald Trump. Support whatever you support, my baby.
But it was one of those things that, like, what I've been watching and seeing and stuff. I really hope that we don't go out there like black African Americans go out there and get themselves in trouble or get themselves in a situation, because that's not our fight.
I mean, I wouldn't suggest
it's being. Go ahead.
Oh, all I was gonna say was all the protests where there are no black or brown people have been peaceful as hell. They don't even make the national news. But as soon as they went out there and started protesting, all of a sudden they tear gassing, they beam bagging, it's very clear.
That don't be.
What I was seeing, the clips I be getting from like the news and stuff from LA, they over there tearing it up. They looting, they over there destroying property, acting up in the middle of the streets, and these fools is coming out of the ICE is coming out of unmarked cars, popping out with guns in their hand.
Well,
but they get mad. They got mad. Go ahead, Tom.
I was gonna say, it's one of the things where you don't wish real harm on a person, but now you can best believe I'm waiting to see, because the first time one of those National Guards or Marines get hurt bad, oh man, they finna turn the fire up on the Mexicans.
Yeah.
All that ain't gonna be no more just standing around pushing them back, and no, they gonna turn the fire up on they behind.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And see, the crazy part is also the Mexicans that are born here that either got their citizenship, they not with that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of them.
They pissed the fuck off because now they all getting put under a fucking microscope, and they all did the shit the right way. So they all getting looked at, they all getting grouped up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But it's sad though, because of course there's people that want to be peaceful protests, but there's hoodlums in every situation. So now the problem is that when people try to pretend like they race don't have hoodlums.
But there's also instigators too. Motherfuckers that don't give a shit about what's going on. They either get paid or they just come through just to start shit so that all fucking hell can get broke loose on the motherfuckers that was being.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
Definitely. How's it out there
Damn
where
it.
you at, too?
Oh, I'm back in Alabama. It's raining. I'm talking about it's raining so hard right now. I can't, from the front door, I can't even see my car at the end of the driveway. It's raining so hard.
Oh wow. But how is it when it comes to like the immigration and stuff right now?
Oh, this a black state, it's a black city.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, but now I will tell you, in the last 2 years, you could tell the difference of what the Biden administration did, because I'm gonna say in the last 2 years, the population of Mexicans here went from like maybe 2% up to about 6%, 6 or 7%. They got a spot in Birmingham called Homewood and Hoover. Man, they out there deep, but they only right there. But I'm like on the west side, the east side, the north side, south side, where all the blacks are. You starting to see them a little bit more and more. But now I have word, in Mississippi, they got a thing where you could turn them in for $50 or $100, something like that.
Hey, Mississippi ain't never been on bullshit. Well, they been on bullshit, but Mississippi ain't one of them states that you go just fuck around in.
I'm not turn.
Don't let them need a hot 50. Oh,
man,
I'm gonna turn all of them.
I got so many partners. They can't wait till they come to Birmingham, come to Alabama. What? They talk about getting rich. I ain't gonna lie, get rich too.
I was looking on TikTok, and it took me out because a lot of them, y'all know the movie Sinners that came out?
Yeah.
That Ryan Coogler did? They were upset about that movie too because they felt like it was no representation in there. Not realizing that they didn't have Mexican people in Mississippi at that time. They had been deported. Like the man literally made a chronologically correct film. Like you could see, because in one scene you could see a building that said hot tamales. And they were like, well, they had Mexican people. They did 2 years before that. And when I say they was getting them out of there express, 2 days shipping, they was getting them out of there. They were there, but they left. But they got mad because they weren't in a movie that they were not supposed to be in. So I can see the entitlement that a lot of people are expressing because y'all don't support us like that.
I'm glad you brought that up because I got a video I'm gonna be doing tomorrow, and I'm speaking on that right there because I'm speaking on how the way they say they hate us and don't like us and this and that, but a lot of that stems from jealousy. Now I don't know what they're doing around the country. I'm just speaking on in LA. They so jealous of us, man. They want to walk like us, talk like us. They want to look like us, act like us. They want to rap. They want to do everything
but they don't want to be us.
But they don't want to be us. They don't want to be around us, but they don't like us. But they want to copy and emulate. And they so jealous of the black man, it don't make no sense. Everything we do and get our hands on, they want a piece of it. Now here it is. When we was trying to step up for like reparations and stuff, now they figured, oh, we want reparations for what? Food. Now then turn around, like she said, they got butthurt about not being involved in movie centers. He ain't finna be involved in it. Go make your own movie. If you want to be involved with something, go make you a Pancho Villa movie or something. Because like in the video I'm gonna do tomorrow, man, they messed up the last Black Panther with that foolishness.
Yeah,
they turned Aquaman into a Mexican, and now they all Mexicans under the water just to make them happy.
You see what they trying to do to Black Panther?
They messed it up. They messed
When you do your video tomorrow, too, look up. So in 1940, man, the Mexicans challenged the United States Census to identify them as white.
1938.
Yes. So you know what I'm saying?
That was one of the bylaws that they had in they Mexican civil rights group called LULAC, LULAC.
Yes. You're absolutely fucking yes.
And I did a video on that already. I did that video yesterday because then I showed them, I put the receipts up. I showed them what you talking about, and I showed them where in 1950 they talk about they was down with the civil rights movements with it, which was a lie. Because they talk about, well, what about the Young Lords and the Brown Berets? The Young Lords and the Brown Berets, they copied as they always do. They copied the Black Panthers. They seen what the Black Panthers was doing, so they copied it and tried to squeeze through the door with that. But it don't work. That mess don't work. In 1957, if y'all was so down with the civil rights movement with us, why in your first and biggest group, LULAC, the president, Alexander T. Herna, he made a statement that we not down with the blacks. They fight. It's not our fight. We do not want to ally ourselves with them.
Motherfucker, that's goddamn right.
But now they talk about because we don't want to ride with them. Man, get up out of here, man.
And that's the thing. They got to be able to. Black people need to educate themselves and really know the history and really know what's going on, because with everything that's going on right now, like a lot of these kids, even like, you know, I got teenagers, a lot of them are so what is that word? Like they're so disengaged with what reality is, because I know that when I was growing up, my mom put a lot of Black history, and we used to have the Black encyclopedias. We used to have the Black history books and all this stuff to kind of learn and understand what's going on. And then it's so funny when you see these new generations, though, first thing they are talking about, racism didn't exist, or well, this didn't happen, or this didn't. And as you look at these kids and you're like, who raised you?
You know what? America is they whitewashing these school books to the point to where one like the video that I'm gonna do tomorrow is me explaining because it's a lot of young black people that watch me, and it's me. I'm going to explain to them the difference between the relations with black and brown in California versus other states. A lot of people in other states, they wonder why Mexicans and blacks going through what they go through in California. And I always tell them, I say, man, it's a whole different world. Understand y'all got Mexicans in different states, but the relations between black and brown in California, it's a whole different world. Like a lot of people, unless you've been here to go through it and raised around them, and through the prison system on the streets, you'll never understand. Because see, people don't understand, like in the 1990s, when the race wars was going on in all the schools in LA, you had black and Mexican riots every day. This is when they got their numbers up. See, when their numbers ain't up, they gonna be the nicest people you ever want to run across. But when they get their numbers up where they outnumber us 2-1, 3-1, that's when they gonna smell it themselves and want to do stuff.
That's how it is in prison. That's how it is in prison.
LA, fight.
Them numbers, but now you know.
And as far as the school system, to know that they actually had a group like the Daughters of Confederacy, once they lost the Confederate War, they literally made a group so that they could change the narrative of how literally the South and how people like racism in school. They literally created a group so that they could control the narrative of the history that was put in the book. So it was always set up for us never to know our story, for us to never find out the full truth. They made a concerted effort for that in the 1800s. It's just gotten progressively worse because a lot of our people, everybody, but our people don't push enough for our history to be accurate in the school curriculums.
That's right. That's real. But they taken our history and
watered
it down to the point
where
in Texas, they doing a lot of that, removing certain stuff, like removing certain history out of so the kids don't learn about. And I'd be like, what are you guys talking about? Like, that ain't how it is. So, but you know, my mom used to tell me, I teach you because I want you to know the truth. I'm not gonna let you go to school and let them teach you what they want you to know. I'm gonna let you know the facts. And
that's real.
It's like, it's funny when you seeing the kids go to school and you hearing their conversation, you're like, yeah, no. I'm quick to be like, no, when I'm off, we're gonna have a whole class session. Let's get ready. I'm printing out pamphlets. I'm doing everything. Let's sit down. Let's go over stuff. Don't let me find a video or something to pull up. I'm gonna pull it up. A lot of times we gotta educate our own kids. We gotta put our kids ahead of time, because when you think about those kids in the Asian countries, those kids know America better than kids that are raised in America, born in America.
And another thing, you can ask. Let me say, I'm gonna push it up. You can ask a black kid in LA right now. I'm not gonna say a teenager. I'm gonna say 30 and under. That's a big number, 30 for a person.
Damn, yeah, that is. Yeah.
You can ask them who discovered the city of Los Angeles, and they couldn't. They gonna say the Mexicans because they have been propagandized so much.
That California was owned by Mexico.
Theirs, and yeah, they don't even understand that. No, if anything, you can say California belonged to Spain because Mexico was overran by Spain, and then as years went by, they had slavery and all that in Mexico. A black man, Vicente Guerrero, yeah.
He
the one that abolished slavery in Mexico, but they always want to talk about during the slave trade, how blacks came over there. Man, blacks was already there, just like they was already in the United States. I don't know what y'all talking about. And it was 44 families that discovered the city of Los Angeles. It was called the first place they landed in was called Alto. Then they named it De Los Angeles and all that. 44 families, 26 of them was black. And the history books are trying to erase that. 26 of them were black families, man. So ain't no Mexicans did nothing by themselves, man. It was blacks here that stuck the flag in the ground. So Los Angeles belonged to us just as much as it belonged to them.
Yeah, definitely.
That's, and that I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people, the majority of, I would say the country, don't have a clue that the first Republican Party of Texas was comprised of 123 slaves and 30 white men.
Damn. See, that means you understand the disparity of today versus yesteryear when it comes to the Democratic and Republican Party. Now, people get mad at me when I tell them I kind of lean Republican. No, you black Democrat. I say, man, do your homework on the Democrats and the Republicans, and I guarantee you will change your mind.
Because that's what a lot of people don't realize. Because if you go back in the history books, the Republicans were the ones that was really for the blacks.
No. Yeah, I mean, yeah. My
bad.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln, the president that did the emancipation. Okay, his reasons for doing so were not on point, but he was also a Republican.
Right. That's real. That's real. This live right here, boy, man, somebody need to share this live around the country.
Yeah. This is good stuff, good conversation. The dialogue is real because a lot of times we get on this app and we start talking about the foolishness, but it's a lot of real stuff that's going on in this real world. A lot of real history, a lot of stuff that especially all of us up here, except minus two wheels, but all of us are parents, and just being able to kind of look at this and look at how the world is. You would not have told me when I was in high school or middle school that this would be the world today.
Right.
I would have never thought this. You know what I'm saying? And now that I'm gonna be 39 and I got these teenagers and all this other stuff, I'm being realistic to my kids. Like, as my daughter's, this is her last year of high school. So as she's going through picking schools, I'm letting her know, I'm like, do your research on these schools. And everybody get mad when I say certain stuff, but I don't want her to go to certain type of schools. So it's a one school that's out here that she was thinking about. So you don't want to go there. Look at their ratio. Because I don't want you to go nowhere where they letting you in at a 2.8, a 2.6 GPA.
Right.
I need you need to be where the ones that got to work hard, because when they're working hard, even though they might be having fun and doing the other stuff, it's still a different kind of demographic with those people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, it's crazy.
Then you got the curve, so shit is like a 2.8 or 3.0 is really like a 2.7.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta.
Hey. No, not Rice. D. Rice is a good school. Rice is one of the.
No, Rice is the shit. Yeah, no, Rice has been that way. Rice is like up on that Ivy League type shit without being an Ivy League school.
Crazy? I found that out when I moved here because I used to work up the street from it, and I'm like, what is this Rice school? You know what I'm saying? And they looked at me like, you don't know.
Right there in the hood.
I started doing research, and I was like, oh, this is almost like an Ivy League school.
My baby told me that when she was like 8 or 9 years old. She has been saying she going to Rice since that time. She said it's the number one school for what she wants her career to be. She already know what her income gonna look like. She started that probably like in the 4th grade. I learned about it when I got out here too.
Yeah, it's that's a great school. But my daughter actually was looking at Sam Houston.
Mm-mm.
I told her,
Mm-mm.
and I told her the reason why, because she know people that's going there. And I said, well, you know people that's going there because their GPA for one ain't what it's supposed to be. For two,
Yes.
look at that ratio. Look at that ratio, and that ratio is predominantly what's going on right now in America. And that's not where you want to be. You need to, and I was telling her, I said, I need you to be smart when you think about this. I don't care where you go, but I'm not gonna let you go to certain schools. That's gonna be off the list. I'm not listening. I'm so cold. I'm not even doing the FAFSA. You hear me?
I was supposed to. Well, I had promised my daughter all she wanted to do is go with her best friend over to Reno, and shit happened, with the recession or whatnot. But I was able to put her through UNLV. I'm like, well, shit. You can get that, still get a good education, and you ain't got to pay to stay in no.
Right. You going in and out?
But nah, this is coming too.
You going in and out, D? Check your Wi-Fi. Check your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's yeah.
1839. I mean, but
oh shit.
What's up?
Oh hey Britt.
Yes.
My bad. I went talking to y'all.
Oh, okay. I'm over here like, yes. What are we talking about?
It's disgusting. Oh God.
But I'm saying when you look at the bigger picture, man, it's so much stuff that's going on that even I just be looking. I'll be kind of like in awe and in shock. Like people really with this right now. This is what they got going. This is crazy.
But when my rose colored glasses came off of society, it was definitely awe-striking. Like to see how the world is, to see that we don't necessarily have slavery, but racism is a lot more alive than what people want to admit.
Yes. Now, I never really understood what's that called? Sundown towns until I moved out here. And I still ain't never drove. Like, I don't think I drove through one or not. I don't know. If I did, I don't remember. I don't know. But
allegedly, it's called Vida. Vida. If you ever drove to Louisiana, that's the one. Everybody keep stopping that damn city.
Yeah, I just saw a whole
Ain't nothing to about it.
What'd you say?
No, man, there's nothing legend about that shit is real. That's KK Central. That's one of the main recruiting headquarters.
Okay. I was watching
Jasper.
It was like one of those murder soft like TV shows, and they was talking about a guy who owned a bar in Montrose. He owned a gay bar in Montrose, LGBTQ, what they say, elemental P bar out here, right? And next thing you know, he met somebody. He ended up getting a baby. The baby was half white, half black, right? So the mama just left though. She was like, I gotta move on my life. I can't, you take her. But he got sick, but he's originally from Vidor. So he gets sick, and next thing you know, he has to go back home. So he's coming back home to Vidor with a black child. And she was a grown-up woman when she came and talked about it and was saying how she didn't realize, like she didn't deal with racism there or whatever. Maybe because, and I feel like it was because of her family was prominent there. And because her dad got sick, whatever, and he went back home to his family to help him, whatever. I feel like they that's the reason why she didn't have those issues. Because everybody else talked about how they had horrible issues.
I don't know. Maybe it was microaggressions, but it's hard to believe her being in a town like that, irregardless to who your family is. They still gonna make looks. They still gonna make faces. But hey, I cannot say her experience is disingenuous. Maybe she didn't realize what it was, but in certain instances, but yeah, when you do experience it, it's very clear. So maybe she just didn't recognize it growing up elsewhere.
Right. Welcome back, Jess. But it was just like but I know she was saying she didn't go through the same thing, but then she ended up leaving, and then she ended up going to a black college and doing all that kind of stuff. So, it was a different experience. But I know when I was watching it and looking at it, I was just kind of like, you know what? That's crazy. And it made me start looking like, because I got this girl that's about to go to college. She got one more year of high school. Let's figure it out. And now I'm like stressed out because, when they go to college, the last thing you want to hear is horror stories. The last thing you want to see is jacked up stuff happening to your kids. So now it's kind of like, did I prepare her right? She been sheltered. How do I kind of like get her out of that? So it's like now I'm over here stressed out because I can't go with her to college.
And she want to go to Sam Houston. I mean, I heard it's a good school.
No, she had said like that wasn't she just changed that up until recently. But we got a few schools that's like a few Texas schools. I really want her to, apply to a couple of Cali schools. I want her to go back home. So I told her at the end of the day, just apply and we'll see. We can go through the picking once we get there. And so now I'm laughing though, because they talking about taking away FAFSA, they talking about taking away all this other stuff. So now mama gonna be working 50 million jobs to make sure that I pay for this college education, or hopefully she gets some scholarships because she's been applying for some stuff. So hopefully she gets something, because if not, I'm gonna be working 50 million jobs trying to put her through college.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. In Texas, I'm considered stiff. Oh my God. Okay.
So are we moving back to the wood, or are we still on?
Yeah, let's go back to the wood. Let's go back to the wood. So, okay, so what part you want to talk about? Tell me where you want to start it back off at.
I would just like to talk about how it was funny when you young and you watched the movie, but it was interesting how they kept betting on women. Like, that's not anything I've ever seen anybody talk about in detail, but they bet on everything from him grabbing Alicia's butt to who was going to get a phone number to who was going to, get their virginity broken. It was like, I was trying to understand the obsession with it, because that's the only movie I ever seen where people actually talk about it. Maybe that's not a thing. Maybe it was a movie thing, but it was interesting.
Do we have any fellas in the chat that want to kind of tell us if they did that when they were younger, were they betting on girls, and what you think? He says Stacey and Paulo is clean as fuck, just the wrong color. Well, okay, so listen, D Shep, do you know, like, when you were younger, were you guys betting on women? Like, I wasn't like, D, you right? Because when we was growing up, it wasn't like, let's bet on the guy. We wasn't betting on no guys. That sounds weird.
And remember, she said it in the movie. She said, y'all always betting on something dumb. I bet y'all even voted to get the movie first. And he looked so embarrassed, like, damn, did you hear our conversation? Because they had definitely bet on it.
We bet on everything back then. Oh shit, D Chef said, yeah, we bet on everything back then. That's crazy.
Jeff said, grab a butt today, shaking my
head. That's crazy. Where they do that at? I don't know. And I'm trying to remember, I don't remember hearing my brothers betting on stuff like that. I don't remember them betting on women. I'm gonna have to ask them now. Now that's gone, I'm interested to know if they used to bet on women. Because
and also, for Roland to delay his marriage, you pick your first love to go to.
Yeah, that was weird. That's domestic.
He talked about Tanya. The whole narrative was him and Tanya. When they was in school, they never really showed her like that, but that's all that he talked about in that movie. Tanya. So the day you supposed to get married, to the quote unquote love of your life. You still holding a concert ticket from the day you met the girl. But you show up at your first love house, talking about you trying to make her booty jiggle.
Mm, that's crazy. Yeah, you're right.
I know that wasn't the only person he smashed. All he cared about was smashing. So why her?
Why now?
And why you still know where she live?
You know what? You're right, because I never thought about it like that.
Like she still was staying with her mama and them or something, but she couldn't have been. Cause remember she had an old man clothes in the closet. So how you knew where your first love stayed to this show up at her house the day of your wedding?
And that's awkward, because why would you want to even show up? Why would you even want to show up there? Why would you even, yeah. Now that you think about that, that was awkward. That was awkward.
And you know they only got married because he didn't tell it. Because if he'd have told, hey, I went by my first love house first, but you know what? I know for a fact I want to marry you now. It'd have been some furniture moving.
Peachy peach. Yeah, no, definitely furniture moving, bushes shaking, heads getting knocked off. Anything else? Like we're fighting because this is crazy. I don't know, because I wouldn't want to be with him if he went to go see his first love after you proposed to me, nigga. You supposed to get that out your system. That was supposed to be done. That was supposed to be a history. That shouldn't be now.
They all kept in touch. How would she have their pager numbers? Who had their pager numbers?
I thought he paged them.
Yeah, he paged them, or he gave them the number. She didn't have it like that. Remember, he was over there. She got the number from him. That's his boys. I would think that they would know his pager number to give.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, but that took me for a loop. And then looking at all the celebrity girls that was on there, Christina Milian, Lamaya Good, just seeing some of the faces when they was babies was so interesting.
Oh yeah. Hey man.
Hey man, the bush has been shaking today. All type of people we ain't seen in a long time been falling out the bushes.
Hey D, why you never speak to me like that, man?
Because you speak to me enough in my DM.
What you putting in that DM too, Wills?
Songs.
What
A
kind
whole bunch of songs telling me how I'm the light of his life and how he can't lose me and all other type of bullshit that stink.
What? Two Wheels.
Yes.
How that
I
work?
don't know what you talking about, D.
Don't worry, I got the screenshots, Britt, just in case he tried to delete them.
Oh, not you denying her.
I don't know.
Wow.
That's how you lost Peach.
Look, here we go. Write it down. Two Wheels denying D.
Two Wheels deny everybody. That don't mean that. Why I'm telling y'all, come get Two Wheels. Y'all get him a navigation. Help him direct him out. We got to have DMs that bullshit.
Hey, D, man, stop, man.
So I'm lying.
No, yeah, you
Oh, bet. Hold on. Let me go get the screenshots. Hold the fuck up.
So it says,
Since I'm lying, I'm flying too.
oh, you didn't finish the movie, Peach? Girl, listen. It's one of those movies, but it's not too much if you depending on what part you got to it, it ain't too much you missed. Yeah, that part was interesting seeing all of them as kids. Yeah, but you know what's crazy? I just love the fact of like seeing the growth and how that black don't crack. Because if you look at them characters then, and you find them and look at them now, they look good now. All of them still look good. But that movie was definitely one of those ones where it brought you back to your childhood. It brought you back to that point where you really was trying to figure out, man, how did I end up here? What happened? Like, it was one of those things that when I watched it, I was laughing because as you get older, you really feel like it's really funny. Like, oh my God, this is how kids was acting. But then it makes you go back and think about your childhood. Like, was I acting like this when I was a kid? This is crazy. Listen, but Mike from North Carolina from North Carolina. Mike killed me.
Mhm.
Mike, I couldn't stop laughing at Mike because he was dead serious. He was like going through. He was
And
that poor man couldn't control himself.
the Tic Tac breast mint breakdown at the corner store, that will forever be printed in my
Listen, they were
brain.
talking about it like it was a science. Okay, so listen, you get the fruit flavor. It doesn't really keep your breath fresh. Woo woo. But you can either get the ones that you want to keep them small because you can put them in there, they're not gonna fall out, but you gotta make sure you don't put too much so they fall out. Then you don't want to use no gum in there because they fall out. Like I was like, not them acting like they fucking teachers.
What took me out was always swallow, never chew. Like nigga, what
Wait, what?
bruh?
So he said, D-Chef said, one thing I wondered was where the hell was Alicia and Stacey parents? But you know, we talking about we talking about the hood.
It's giving them mama work double shifts.
Yeah, it's given that back then. Let's see, not a lot of those kids had daddies in their homes, so we'll be surprised if they had a daddy, especially Stacey gang banging like that, unless the daddy was gang banging, or a lot of times the mamas work double shift. Look how Mike's mama was working; she was a nurse.
And they was latchkey kids, and they turned out all right. These new children can't find their way out of a wet fucking paper bag. You can't, yeah. And they got cell phones, TikTok, YouTube. They could Google how to do everything. One thing they gonna do is call your fucking phone, and ask you about some shit they could figure out themselves.
Listen, the crazy part is you right, because these kids got all kind of ways to communicate, and they still can't figure it out. Can't figure it out. Just that new generation saw.
It's a mouthful of audacity. The only person that got a mouthful of audacity on this panel is Dante.
Dante Jamal. Oh, hold on, Ben. Let me take care of you.
Stop calling my name, D.
I didn't say your name, my nigga.
That was me.
Thank you. Get your people straight.
Yeah, but that's crazy because when I was looking at it and listening to it, and then you like, why would you even propose to this girl if you was really gonna go through all of this?
And it was so weird because when they was sitting there, and he was like, you getting mad because I'm leaving. Remember, the whole thing was they didn't want him to leave. Slim was in his feelings because he was leaving, and he was like, when you went to play ball, you know, da 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 da. And he was like, well, you know, you acting like I'm just leaving to leave. I'm getting married. And Slim say, nigga, what time? So I could be there. Like,
when he said that, I was dying because he was dead ass serious. Slim was stressed out because he's like, why you doing this? Why you got us in your fuckery right now? That's what I felt like. The fellas was like, this nigga always putting us in shit to the end. He gonna put us through some shit. How did we end up here? Nigga, help us. Help you. Nigga, why? Why are we doing this? You proposed to this woman. You supposed to be married. Y'all, you knew the date. Now we here. Now you don't know what the hell you gonna do. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Then told his friends, I thought y'all be happy I was about to flake on my wedding. Nigga, what?
Why? You know what did Slim say? How much he paid for that damn suit and shoes?
I don't know, but I remember they was Ferragamos. That I do remember. They was Ferragamos because he was good and pissed off about that.
He was pissed off. That didn't make no sense. And you know what? I didn't even realize. I need to go back and watch it because I just thought about it. When they changed into her men's clothes, did they still have on their dress shoes?
I don't remember. I remember they had windbreakers on though. That I do remember.
I just thought about it. Now I gotta go back and rewind it because I don't remember if they had on the dress shoes.
I don't think they had no other options though.
Let's see. Let's not forget.
Okay, I remember that. And Stacey got a whole choice for this. His old lady said, last time I came, you had 4. Now you got 3. What happened to the Rivers? She was like, I don't know what you mean. What hoe you fucking? You the only hoe I'm fucking, boy.
You know I love you. You the only hoe I'm fucking. Look, $300 Ferragamos to be exact. Right. He was pissed. He
The killing
was,
part is I watched that movie and I didn't catch it. I didn't really find out what Ferragamo's was until maybe like 2010. So that let you know, baby, fashion just repeats itself.
yeah, yeah, definitely do. That was funny though, and it's just like when you think about it. Oh my God, it was so many good points in it because that's just how friendship is. Like you niggas can't get right. It's like they really can't get right. Doesn't matter how much they try. Like really, just we gonna just call them can't get right at this point because that's.
I wonder why Stacey wasn't at the wedding.
I always thought he was in jail.
Well, they ain't never go back over it. That wasn't Boys in the Hood. Boys in the Hood, we found out what happened. He such and such died, then Doughboy died, then such and such went to college. They ain't do that with this movie. We just assumed Sanaa and Omar got together and Slim was still gonna be a hoe and Roland moved with Lisa Ray.
Yeah.
Lavinio.
Look, when he said his name is what? That shit was funny. But now that you think about that, yeah, they never really went into details on what happened to him. I just like the fact of how he gave him props, how he really just was like he really liked him. How her brother liked him. You know what I'm saying? Like he knew Mike was a good guy. Mike was a really good guy. He just was always in some fuck shit.
And it was interesting because when they was all on their knees, they had their hands laced, and he was staring at Mike like, "What is you doing?"
Shut. I saw that. I remember that shit. That shit was hilarious.
Yes, not there.
Listen, no. Let's talk about it. That is crazy.
He said it's supposed to look like that.
That's crazy. But you know what? That tells you too that these people don't be trying to teach their kids about sex education like that for real. They don't really be knowing about sex education like that because he didn't know what hole was what.
But keep it real. If y'all remember, sex education in school was not about teaching you how to have sex. It was to teach you how not to have sex and how to prevent catching the STD. Not what it's supposed to look like, not what's supposed to happen, not what you're supposed to feel. They don't want to teach you to have sex, but they want to teach you what to do just in case you have sex to make sure you don't get an STD. Like sex education was dumb.
Right.
If you really want to talk about it, they should have named it STD education. It wasn't no goddamn sex education. I was just as confused when I did it as if I never took that damn class.
I remember I had a health teacher because that was health class, and I remember her telling us a story that her husband gave her herpes, and that's after we learned about the herpes simplex stuff. And we was up in the class. We was in high school. This was like when they got in depth in 9th grade, and we in high school. She going over, and I'm like. She's like, yeah, I just left him. And, that was it was so devastating.
Wait, my nigga, your teacher told you that her husband gave her herpes?
Oh, she was the health teacher. And she told us that, like, you don't just get it from just sleeping around. You got to be careful with your spouse or your significant other that you with because they can give it to you like her. She said, my husband gave it to me. And I remember going back home, talking to my mom about it, like, Mama. And then I came back to school with a whole little gift basket because I felt bad. And she's like, oh, Britt, it's okay. I didn't have it so long. Like, I'm just letting you guys know and everything. That's just part of me being vulnerable with teaching. And I'm just like, just take the gift, take the flowers and, all kind of shit. I was so sad. I was like, where he at now? Did you have to hurt him? She was just like, no. She said she divorced him and she took a minute and then she started dating her husband and she told him no, that she didn't want to date nobody because her ex-husband gave her this and he said, I still love you. We could work through it. And he worked through it until she got remarried and he worked through it. That shit was crazy.
You still don't entertain Lil Dante. He with the foolishness. Booty like this. If whenever you do it too well, if they go near your hole, you gonna figure out exactly what the wrong hole is.
God damn it.
Man.
Cause everybody got that hole.
I'm in my feelings, man. You want to claim this chocolate, man?
That's fine. You said
Wait,
what?
I'm in my feelings. You want to claim this chocolate, bro?
I'm gonna get you a ladder so you could climb the fuck out your feelings. So that you can be okay. Because I don't want you to stay down there in your feelings. That's too low for you. You need to rise above. So do you want your ladder from Home Depot or do you want it from Lowe's? Just let me know. I'm gonna get your name brand one, too heavy duty.
I'm gonna come up in your window with one of those ladders, man.
So IKEA it is. Now the ladder you gonna climb. You know where it's gonna send you to, right?
Where you gonna send me, Queen?
These nuts.
That's
no.
I got
Little Dante acting up today. That's
Y'all
crazy
see him?
work.
Thank you, Danielle. Get him two of them. One ain't enough.
That's ridiculous. That is crazy.
Y'all don't understand the way Two Wheels been harassing me for this past week, bro. I be minding my business.
That's wild.
I don't know what News did to make him mad, but News fix it, baby. Fix it. Please fix it.
Make it right.
Yeah, your man miss you good.
That's wild.
I'm gonna get you, D. I'm gonna get you.
So Dante, little Dante, did you watch the movie?
No, man.
So we gotta figure out. So you guys, we gotta figure out what is the movie for next Monday. What movie are we gonna watch for next Monday? I got a list. Let me pull out my list.
Give us 3 options and let people vote.
Okay.
British dark. I don't like the dark.
We got yes, Van. He definitely said that, Van. Definitely did. We have,
and I keep trying to tell him I don't like Tootsie Rolls. I'm more of a king size sneaker kind of girl, but yet he still keeps coming.
Okay, so we got Baby Boy, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, Jumping the Broom, Waiting to Exhale.
I seen half of the movies.
Let's start again, y'all. Baby Boy, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, Jumping the Broom, and Waiting to Exhale.
Thin Line is my vote.
It's a thin line.
Yeah.
What we thinking, y'all? We got one for Thin Line. So we got Baby Boy, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. We got Waiting to Exhale and Jumping the Broom.
I got Thin Line.
A Thin Line, so 2 for Thin Line. Anybody in the chat want to put in something? Because if not, we're going to go with A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Now, Van, next Monday, I'm going to need you up here because I know you're going to have a lot to say if we do A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Now, Van then said Baby Boy. So we got 2 for A Thin Line. Okay, we got 3. So, Van. Lord. So we got 3 for Thin Line, 2 for Baby Boy. Okay, we got 4 for A Thin Line. Got it. So what we're gonna do is next Monday, we're gonna do A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. And then, like I said, I'm gonna need you because I know you're gonna have some stories and some ways to get him out of this situation. Because I got you, man. And because I know you're going to be like making excuses for your homeboy. So Monday, we're going to talk about A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. We're going to come to next Monday at 8 p.m. I am going to go live this Sunday. I'm going to be I'm probably going to have a topic that we can talk about. I'm really trying to get my watch hours up and do all this positivity and get our views and our subscribers up. So also, if you guys have any suggestions or anything, you definitely can send an email to talkingwithbrit@gmail.com. I do have it and I do respond, and we'll take any of you guys's like ideas and opinions into consideration. What's up, Dame? Oh my God. D, you got a message.
I do not have a message. I can't see. I'm blind.
Checkmate.
Yeah, so Dame, on Sunday, I'm gonna have a topic where we could kind of have an open dialogue, open panel, open conversation, kind of like what we did today, where we end up getting into some serious conversation and serious dialogue in between us talking about the movie. But I love it. I love the fact that we're able to come together and have great conversation and be positive. D, you got a message?
My name is the same on social media platforms.
Hey, why you need to know your IG, man?
Oh, Van Two Wheels ain't
Hey,
business, man.
I
hey,
mean, the way he cutting up, you would think that he didn't have Dr. Lou back like he did. But you know what I'm saying? Backstabbers, they smile in your face all the time. They trying to take your place.
I ain't seen that nigga in a minute,
Backstabbers.
man.
Okay,
Backstabbers.
let's and you guys, what's in. I want to make sure I give a shout out to my bro Stone C. Get better, feel better. Forget all about the stupid stuff. Get your health right and stay positive. Keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? D, you got another message? I don't get in that. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he is. What I'm saying is, for the longest, if y'all remember, go way back in the time, Two Wheels used to beat me over the head, asking where that man was. Now all of a sudden you flirting with me. The switch up is crazy. Whether he back or not, I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to how it was all about Dr. Lou. Now it's all about you.
It's all about me right now. Fuck
Yes.
that nigga right now, man.
But then he slid backstabbers in my DMs. Two Wheels ain't shit. I can't wait till Treasure come back. I'm gonna drop you off on her front porch.
Now, listen. Also, no, listen. Just I bought the pack of like 30 something of these, and it's the only one I got left because my daughter took them all, and she comes telling me she need them for school, and I'm whispering because she in the other room and she'll come in here because they actually run the house. Okay, save me, help me, help me.
Yeah, Brit pay for what she say, so her children. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. Brit children raising her. She not raising it.
They raising me. Also, I got a grandchild, Coco. I'm gonna admit now. I'm a claimer now. Not Dame, I'm not lying. Okay. Coco is my daughter kitten that she decided to get out of nowhere, and stressed me the hell out. So I told her Coco gonna have to stay in her goddamn room because what I'm supposed to do with Coco? Coco not supposed to be walking around my house. She's not gonna be messing with my couch. I don't know nothing on my counter. But Coco is here. Okay. And I end up having to buy food for Coco today, and I'm trying to figure out how come I'm taking care of your child.
I'm just trying to figure out why you aiding in the bed and something you say you didn't want it. Just accept the fact that you got a grand cat and call it a day. You gonna start falling in love with that damn cat because I ain't buying shit. See me, let even bring an animal in here she ain't supposed to. The way I'ma conveniently leave the door open so that motherfucker could disappear. Cause I ain't tell you could bring a motherfucker in here no way.
Her friend gave her damn Coco. Coco was 3 weeks old. I gotta wait a whole nother 2 weeks to take her to the vet because she's too little to go get her shots and all this other stuff. She got claws. She got an attitude problem. She don't listen. I paid the bills here and I walked in my daughter's room and Coco looked at me like, what?
My thing is you are aiding and abetting in this. All you got to do, if somebody gave her a cat, I'll be like, I'm taking the cat to the vet. Soon as what happened, I don't know. Coco jumped clean out the car. I don't know what happened, baby. You should have rolled with me.
Listen, no, that's the thing. She's riding. She
got to go to sleep sometime.
Brick Girls got her working for facts. D Shep. This is they got me messed up. But now, Coco, I thought they only. Listen, there's Coco the cat, but I got a whole bunch of cats up in here, okay? Because it's nothing but women up in here. But now we got Coco ass, and I'm trying to figure out why Coco thinking she running shit. My daughter said, "Oh my God!" She come in the room, she wakes me up, Mom. Oh my God, Coco's stomach is big, Mom, and I don't know what's going on, and I don't think she used the restroom. I said, "You don't think she used the restroom?" She's like, "No." I said, "So you know what you do?" She's like, "What?" I said, Go lay down in your room with Coco and rub her stomach. rub her stomach, massage her stomach. Then 15 minutes later, I did. Coco went to the bathroom and she feels so much better. I said, how did you know?
You know why Coco thinks she run the house? Because she get it from her mama.
Yeah. At this point, I'm just here. I told her I don't know what she gonna do because when she go to college, she can't take Coco to no dorms. She talking about, well, just
So
give me.
you gonna be raising your grand cat. Get familiar. And two, I got to ask this: who the hell is paying for the veterinarian? Who paying for the clipping of the nails?
Me, cause she broke.
Aiding and abetting.
She spent her money on her clothes, her shopping and shoes.
What a dependent is not gonna do is bring me another dependent. So we not doing, especially a cat. It ain't even no human being.
And then what she do? She called my sis. She called Auntie Sharon, who has cats. And then Sharon said, "Oh, it's gonna be so great." And all this. And I said, "Really?" I said, "Call her, because she gonna tell you what to do with this damn thing." I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with this.
Soon as you let that cat stay tonight, it was gonna be all right. I'm sure.
Listen, yeah, but you can always put out the little cat out. Listen, okay. You know what, Dame? Put London out. See what happens when you put London out, Dame. Put London out that house and see what your daughter say, Dame. You're gonna have a problem, okay? Because
your ex pay doggy support. I'm fucking weak.
Wait, Jess.
You mean to tell me you not a strong woman and raising your pet by yourself, Jess?
You ain't gonna leave these two dogs for me to raise. Look, she out. She at her mom's house. I know, but you can't get rid of London with the dog. Okay, so you got him together. So how much he paying for child support? How much he paying for dog support? I want to know this. What he paying a month? I'm nosy.
Yeah, I kind of want to know the numbers on what you paying a month to support two dogs too.
Yeah, what he paying? Oh, so Jess said that her ex pays doggy support for the two dogs that she left her with. So we split half. We split half of the bills. He buys all their food.
Hey, come on, splitting the cheering expenses.
Split the expenses. You pay for the food. You gonna
now do he get visitation, Jess, or is he like a paycheck daddy where he just pay for the bills and the food, but he don't come see his churn?
PG said, Jess said, "Fuck that. Come get your dogs or else." No facts. That's crazy. Shit you buy, you supply. What? Listen, if you talking all that mess, but you over there taking care of London.
He don't come. Not he a deadbeat.
Not he a deadbeat daddy. No emotional support. No nothing.
I think he still like you, Jess, because I ain't paying for shit.
What?
Not for no pets.
Not him over there paying for the pets, and he ain't even coming to visit his kids. Just like a nigga.
But she said they got them together. That man probably got them dogs because of you. Probably like you.
What kind of dogs are they, Jess? What kind of dogs are they? Are they little
hers?
dogs?
They hers. That's the kind they is. They hers.
But he's still paying for them.
He still like this.
Put that in the beginning. Look, I'm gonna act up if you don't pay because I'm gonna send you to court, small claims court, for not taking care of your child.
He just want that old thing back. That's why he's still paying. He missed Jess.
That's crazy. Okay, two small ones for yourself. Oh, so it's like you got him taking care of the 3 kids. Got it. Okay, so he got to make sure he take care of his kids. But he come get the son. He just ain't coming to get the dogs. That's crazy. So he not even coming in the house to visit the dogs. He just said, "Give me my baby." Ain't just like a nigga.
So he's still gonna leave you with 2 of the churn. That's so up.
No, look, Dave said, "Nah, he like her."
I'm trying to told you.
Look, that's what it is. He still like her. Just over there getting doggy support. I ain't never heard of that one.
Hey, it's the first time for everything, Britt.
I'm not even mad. I'm trying to get some support too for Coco. Somebody gonna pay these expenses.
Man, your daughter is a strong, independent black woman. She don't need nobody but her mama. You got this, Britt.
That's the problem. The mama needs somebody. The mama needs somebody. Help me, help me. This has to be the most bullshit conversation ever. Got one mother to a week to stand up to her daughters, and the other mother extorted her ex for animal support. I'm done.
Well, man, be careful where I fall in. I ain't either one of them. See, I'm not even important. He didn't even make no commentary on me. God damn.
He said, I did the same shit. You sure did, Dame. Dame, listen, Dame, I will put your business out there. Let me tell you, Dame's so fucking solid, right? This nigga paying his child support, being a nice, a stand-up guy, taking care of his baby, taking care of everything that needs to be taken care of. And you know, he get a letter from child support office, and they tell Dame, you didn't pay child support up, and you off child support 2 years early.
I ain't never heard of that one.
Listen, They sent him a check. They sent him a check back. Baby mama sick.
Now my situation is normal. Okay, thank you, D-Ship. Long as I know I'm not crazy. Somebody else can see it. I appreciate it.
I'm a shout out to Dame, because look, it's not a lot of men that can say that they paid child support 2 years early, and he a hard working man. So kudos to you, because baby, she's sick right now. That good old money. And now that you think about it, look, that's how you know he makes so much money, right? Because I'm pocket watching. Because what I do, pocket watch. You know he makes so much money because he didn't even realize they was double taking out the fucking child support.
Hey D, check your inbox, man.
How you don't know? How you don't know? How you don't know that you was paying that much money? Because you making so much money? Yeah, I'm sorry, Dame. You such a solid ass nigga. I gotta tell the truth. I ain't never met nobody like that paid that shit off early. And you know what? A solid ass nigga, very active in his child's life, like crazy. Like I'm telling you, like I gotta give him all the kudos, because baby. Yeah, look, she said, yep, money ain't a problem for him. Listen. And he got his daughter living with him now. So kudos to the good men, the good fathers out there taking care of their kids and their responsibilities. Now, I'm going to tell y'all a secret, because there's a lot of bum bitches that get baby daddies like that. Let's start there. Let's start there. The good women like us, we don't get baby daddies like that. Bum bitches get baby daddies like that.
But you and your baby daddy chose each other.
It's some bum nigga activity. And I'm upset because good niggas like that get bum bitches as baby mamas. Good women like us get some bullshit ass niggas.
Oh, is the 100 got the same?
But y'all didn't hear that from me. Y'all didn't hear that from me?
I agree.
Dame, you're definitely not perfect, hon. Definitely not. We know that. I know that. But when it comes to your daughter, when it comes to you providing and taking care of your daughter, let me tell you something. You are perfect when it comes to that. You ain't never missed a beat. No, for real. It's rare. It's rare, Jess. I learned it's rare. And so and you know what it is the fact that he could really separate the fact of his child and take care of his child from the relationship, what is and what isn't. And a lot of men can't. They feel like if I ain't got you, bitch, I ain't fucking doing nothing. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Facts. He said, I come from a single mother household. Yeah. But you stood up and showed out. So remember, you guys, we got a thin line between love and hate Monday. What's the date? I'm over here playing. Monday. What's Monday's date? Monday the 23rd. Thin line. No, it ain't fun. But you already know. Me and you done had a lot of talks about that. Monday the 23rd, we're gonna be going over a thin line between love and hate. So I'm gonna put on my so class. Your lesson for the next week is to watch a thin line between love and hate, so we can go over and have some great dialogue. Because let me tell you something, I know for a fact this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be an excellent one. You are weird. Also, I know for a fact on Sunday when I come with the content and we had that open panel, we're gonna have some bomb conversations. I need y'all to continue to share me out, like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, if you got any ideas or anything, hit me up on the email, talkingwithbrit@gmail.com. I appreciate you guys coming and spending time with me. We're going to have 10 minutes. I'm going to do a whole 2 hours. So we got 10 minutes that we up on here, and then I'm going to get off. But like I said, I appreciate you guys coming and spending time with me, especially because I was supposed to be here yesterday, and I decided to come today. But, yeah. And also check out Oso D. She's gonna be coming up with her live soon.
I'm gonna be there.
She's gonna be coming with lives. We got a lot of people. We got the Crypto Gang. We got Crypto Jeezy. We got Peachy Blanco. We got Tailor Made Mail. Everybody's going live. Everybody has great content. Also, thank you for everybody that showed up. Thank you, Benji. Thank you, D Chef. Thank you, Two Wheels. Thank you, D. Thank you, JR. Thank you, my homeboy, my client, Cartoon 53. I appreciate you guys coming and spend time with me. And also, what else? Just don't you talk about that damn penny.
Yeah, Britt, you the homie, man.
Well, Two Wheels, I appreciate you. And I look, why it says on Tuesdays, because normally I ain't on here on Tuesdays, but I appreciate you adding Tuesdays to it, Two Wheels. But I'll take you being my bodyguard, but just don't be trying to change it up for everybody else. Just as long as they know you my bodyguard.
Keep Britt in there. Keep Britt in there. Be Britt bodyguard every day to end with what? I was doing
that. Hey, D, I'm not giving up on you, Queen.
You should. You should definitely give up. And then you on here talking about some fuck my best friend. You could never.
Oh no. You know how she feel about her best friends.
I did say that, didn't I?
And I told you these nuts. So we said what we said.
You know how she feel about her best friends. I don't know why you playing with her.
I'm sorry, D. I'm gonna be better, man. I'll make it up to you tonight.
No, you're not. You ain't gonna make it up to me at all. No, you're not.
Make it up to you tonight.
No, you not. No, what you gonna send me a song from 1973?
No. It got your reaction, didn't it?
Yeah, you see how he just admitted he sending me songs on lying ass nigga talking about he don't know what I'm talking about, just putting his foot in his mouth.
And listen, I'm glad you caught it because I've listened when she said I be cracking up every time she say it.
Say what? Oh yeah, I talk my shit, D Shep. You think Britt funny, baby? That's the yin to my yang. I can talk some shit.
Yes, I love D. Look, D, I have a conversation with D, and she be having me rolling. She be having me roll. She is so funny. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like being on this YouTube thing, I think a lot of times, like we've been on here for a minute, you build these relationships, real relationships, not the fake ones. Like you build these real relationships with people that you kind of find like-minded people. And I promise you, every time I talk to D, like we could agree to disagree. We could have a whole little debate, but at the end of the day, it's all love, always fun and laughter. And like, oh my God, I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't know what I was expecting when Stone came up, when Jeezy came to Stone panel. I was like, why don't y'all come check me out? And I went over there, and of course it was something different, but it was different in a good way. And I really got to meet some really good and solid people. So like
you saw me, Britt, then you recognize. You saw me, then you recognize.
You trying to say you fell in love when you saw him?
I fell in love. You right, Two Wheels. I saw you and I said, "Oh, my heart."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you over here playing in Britt's face, and you over here playing in Britt's face, bro. She deserved better.
Two Wheels now. He's a lover. Look, Jazz two wheels a lover, so he gonna always come a certain way. But you guys got to remember, like at the end of the day, with all this bull crap that's going in, this is a hobby for us, and at the end of the day, we want to have a good time and enjoy it. And it's one of those things that we got to change the narrative to fit us, and the narrative is being positive, being able to have great conversations, and we listen and don't judge, and just being able to be open and honest. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Jess. I'm really trying to kind of keep this movement on and keeping the bull crap away from it. But I'm gonna say this, that at the end of the day, you stay positive, you stay happy, you don't let nobody come in and stop your shine. And I'm gonna leave y'all on that note.